So in one of the last videos you guys watched, we were ripping down the walls. I know it was quite shocking. I know that you guys are likely tired of the changes, but this is the last change, I promise. We're adding 35 aquariums to the aquarium gallery when the original only had 12. Today, we're doing something that I'm incredibly nervous about. I have to build an 8-foot long double stacked 180 gallon stand, move the tanks onto it. They weigh about 300-400 pounds empty. Absolutely, it's an intimidating amount of weight, but most importantly, it's glass. I knocked them, I moved them the wrong way. I could crack them and destroy those tanks. And every tank and every fish we have an end goal for today. With that said, the saltwater tank ended up turning out just fine. All the fish are fine. I gotta be honest, I thought that this would be a fantastic idea. I'm still racking my brain with what to do with this. But I do have an idea. I'm feeling like I'm going to move Tyrese to this tank. He's over here, and I know like moving fish around, etc. is not necessarily a great idea. However, Tyrese is in the wrong tank. If you guys remember, we built a tower aquarium where we had a 3-foot tall tower that comes right out of the tank. And I had to put it over here. It's just the order in which it moved. And I still have the tower. I'm thinking the serious fish gods are going to call this blasphemy. But I am thinking this turns into one of two things. I'm going to need your help. I'm going to need your guidance. And at least I will need your validation. Should it be guppies or a betta sorority tank? I can't believe those words came out of my mouth either. Anyways, today we're moving on to actually building this racking system. We have the 2x6s here, and I have to build a rack to hold 2 tanks that I've never really built them like this before. Let's just get to work and see what I can come up with. Oh yeah, and it turns out when I was building this stand, I ran out of wood. It was about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and I decided I'm gonna move these tanks anyways because they're already slid in position. The rack can hold the weight of the empty tanks, and the next day I could just buy the supports and add them in.
Get it up there.
I don't know if I can.
Don't give up. You have to get it up there.
Just stop. There has to be moments of rage.
No, get it up there. Do something.
I am. And I'm going to give you guys a warning. I'm going to do my best to edit out as much stuff as I possibly can in terms of some of the curse words and whatnot, because it got pretty bad. Tamara was holding the camera. She was kind of like coaching me on and encouraging me. But leading up till that point, she was out here having a few glasses of wine, and she got a little, well, you guys just watch. You said you wanted to see everything. This is dangerous.
Don't try this at home.
It's sliding.
Just push it.
I did this with 4 guys before.
You can do it.
No, 4 men moved this before.
Fuck.
4 like strong men.
You're fine. You got this.
I don't have this. I want
You
this.
got this.
I want it more.
Look at them muscles.
It
Jesus,
doesn't
I'm
matter
so
what
sorry.
muscles.
I didn't mean to swear.
It doesn't
I
matter.
couldn't help it. Don't demonetize me. Just slow
I'm
and steady.
relatively close.
You got it. Barely anywhere else it has to go.
Huh. Says you because you're sitting.
I am chilling out.
I have to hold it at all times. Or, okay, from here on out,
I don't know.
it's do or die.
I feel like you got this.
I don't know. I have to pick up a lot of weight.
Come on. Come on.
Whoa, it's going. I'm gonna break my arms.
Push this, push this, push this. Push it up.
It's gonna hit this tank. It's gonna break. I don't think this is possible for one person. I think it's just too big. Yeah, it's gonna slide. I gotta get behind it.
You just need to push on the other side.
I know. I'm going. It's gonna snap my arm if I get too far back.
Ooh, it's a big tank. Oh!
It's
Up,
hurting.
up, push, push! Push it, push it!
No, I need to rest.
You don't. You have to get it up there now. Push it with that momentum. Fuck yeah!
That hurt. That hurt me a
I
lot.
don't like it.
Oh my God, do not do anything I do it. Don't listen to me. You know what the fun part is? I have to put the foam and the plywood under it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like,
I'm always talking about, I think I take do-it-yourself a little too serious. This is incredibly dangerous. Do not do this alone just because I did it. I took risks. I could have broke the tank. I could have broke me. But you guys know, like, when I gotta get things done, I'm gonna get them done. And I'm unstoppable when that happens. However, now we are entering a different phase. Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me? You hear me now? We have to put plywood under it to absorb the irregularities of the stand in case there are any. And then of course the foam under that. If you thought what I just did was, right?
I'm showing them the foam.
Okay. So if you don't know, Tamara's been the one holding the camera.
It been me.
And I hate it. It's not,
loves
you
it.
don't have to have an accent. I don't, oh, you know how I'll do it? I'm gonna have to get up there and drag it. Oh yeah, the time where you did. Lovely. So do you see what I'm trying to do?
You're trying to put this under this.
I want this to meet with this. So I have to get up there.
Yeah. Okay, Perseus.
I'm not Percy.
You like acting like him.
You ready?
Yes.
It has to go under. Did you do it?
Yeah.
Anyways, you can see the nightmare that moving these tanks can be, especially when doing it by yourself. Luckily, I did have Tamara giving me a bit of help here and there. With that said, now they've got to be slid 10 feet into position, and I can't move them. There was a stand and a tank there previously. Everything has to kind of be built in place and then moved. So I came up with what I believe is an absolute genius idea. I was going to shim the tank up a bit, lift it up enough so I can get these aluminum pipes under it, these little cylinders. And I figured, couldn't I just roll it into place? This is when I decided I'm going to have to get relatively creative and do something that I always thought would work. These weigh about 350 pounds each, that's 700 pounds, plus the stands probably at least another 150. Luckily I didn't have to do much shimming to shim it. I only had to shim that corner, but I was leveling it out. It's leveled this way and that way, miraculously. Oh, and look, one filter is gonna go back here. This is how it's gonna be set up, that's why it's 8 feet. One filter is going here, I'm gonna build one filter up here, and then I'm gonna build like a visual block of some sort. And then I could probably even have plants up on top of it or something, I don't know. I'm gonna cover this. All of this will be the same color as everything else. I don't know if it's gonna be white, I don't know if it's gonna be black. Gotta paint the walls here too. I can't leave them. I also started to think that for sure the saltwater fish got to go up here. I keep tossing it around. I kind of want the discus up here because it's a prettier tank, but they'll do better down there. Let me run this through you. I'm going to have these two tanks stacked up. And we've got a saltwater planted tank and a discus planted tank down low. Here we're going to have an 8-foot long desk workstation, really, with a 180 gallon tank built into it. Then I'm taking the 375, I'm putting it up here. And using another 180 as its sump, I'm going to tie the 2000 into it just to make water changes on all this entire area. Super simple. The 180 desk is going to be Frontosa, by the way. Absolutely awesome. Anyway, so I'm sitting at this desk, a computer, we could do lives. I could build my stuff on an 8-foot long table, though I 2-foot, with no worry of it breaking because I'm building it out of this big, thick, 1.5 inch thick wood. So that's going to look awesome. I don't know how I'm going to finish the stands. I don't know if I'm just going to fill them, sand them, and paint them. Maybe paint them black, maybe paint them white, I don't know. Or maybe I'll get a nice wood to cover them. I'm not sure, but I want to make sure I have all three in place first. I think this area would be just absolutely phenomenal. Then we turn around and we've got a rack of 9 tanks that we're going to have a blast scaping and setting up and building literally everything. We're going to build everything, including the aquariums, the stands, the racks, the lights, you name it. And then we also have to stock it, scape it. It's a lot of work, but this is going to be a really fun wall. It's going to be like a 14-foot rack. Okay, that's kind of cool. Then we have the monster aquarium, which is absolutely phenomenal. But what if I want to, dabble in some breeding? What if I want to get into some fancy plecos? One of the things I always wanted to do? Build a collection of high-end fancy plecos that are like the smaller ones, like the zebra plecos, like I've already have an affinity for them. I mean, I do have a sunshine pleco in the 2000, but maybe I build a fancy pleco collection, or maybe I just get into some breeding. I don't know what I want to do in there, but I got 12 tanks on the way going in there. Oh, the piranha tank room. And like I said, this room is done. I know I keep saying, oh, it's done, it's done, it's done. I don't know what I'm doing with this tank yet because everybody in there is going out there. This will remain Tyrese's home. He clearly just likes it. He's always so happy until he outgrows it, and then I'll figure something else out. But the piranha tank, a lot of people say, will you ever change this? And I just want to tell you, first and foremost, it was not cheap for me to get all these piranha. There's only a few out right now, of course, because that's always the case when I come bashing through here. It wasn't cheap to plant this. None of this was cheap. This was thousands of dollars. The tank was expensive. Everything about it is just astronomically expensive. But look at this moss just growing in gorgeously. This tank is doing so good that I don't want to do anything to it. It's perfect now. I'm not touching it. I might get some more bleeding heart tetras. I don't know. But yeah, this gotta stay here. It's just gorgeous. I love it. I love it. This is going out there though. This is my little stool. And I'm gonna get like a rolling chair or stool or something like that. But that's where I am right now. Tonight, and maybe in the next video or something, I'll do the scaping and the stocking of those tanks, and we'll go from there. Hopefully I can get that done tonight because I still got to clean these tanks up. Look how nasty they are. Oh, I got some tips and tricks on how to do that. I think you guys are going to like that. But like all those types of videos, if I put everything in one video, a lot of the information gets buried in a video that maybe didn't get watched. And what I'm trying to do here is bring as much information as many times as possible with a bunch of cool videos. But I think you guys are going to love it. You know what? It doesn't matter if you love the content or love what I'm doing. I think that I think it's very important for people out there that do not have a fish tank friend in person. I want to be that person for you. I know my purpose now, and I have to keep making these videos continuously and constantly because, to be honest, my trip to Ohio literally saved me. I needed that. I am so excited to do these trips. The next one is in Atlanta in May. I think it's May 10th. I can't remember. Check me out on Instagram. It's right there. The details are coming very shortly. I just talked to them the other night, so flights and all that will be getting booked, et cetera, et cetera. However, I come home and look at this board. I can't show it all to you because it might be changed, but all of the bottom half is my schedule of videos for over a month. I've never done that before. I've just become more organized, more determined, more motivated, more inspired, more ideas. And once I do that, now I can get creative. Now I have time instead of, oh, what am I going to make for my next video? No, I already know all the next videos. Now I'm like, what do I want to do for fish? What do I really want to do for escape? And it's a much more relaxing and exciting time for me, and I can't wait to bring you guys along for it. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, I highly suggest you do, because 2023 is coming up all aquarium hobbyists, and I can't wait to bring you guys along for the trip. I'll see you guys in the next video.